here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna open up Instagram on this browser because I'm an adult and I know how to do technology. It's great.
So,
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
so,
fine.
so while she's searching, I've got a question for you as a fellow comic fan and someone who loves stories like that. When did your love for comics begin?
I was a kid. I still have my first comic. It's a Green Lantern. It's when Hal Jordan broke his arm and created his own world on an island using his ring. Uh,
Mm,
but like that was my first comic. But something that I don't talk about. I don't even know if I should talk about it now. I was kind of waiting. I was kind of waiting to say this.
that is
Mm,
entirely up to you, young man.
Feel don't do nothing you don't want to do, baby.
What I'm gonna say is there is something about me that I have that if people knew, it would make them look worse. Because one of the things that I'm known for is reading all the time and being able to house all this knowledge, right?
Hmm.
But if what I'll say is this, I'm Percy Jackson. I'll put it that way. If you know who Percy Jackson is, and you
Hmm.
know how Percy Jackson started out, then that should tell you all that you need to know.
I got you.
Um, but that is what got my love for reading comics, right? So I had a hard time retaining chapter book knowledge, right? So any kind of chapter book, like I got the Odyssey right on my desk, but like anytime I read a chapter book, I had a hard time retaining the knowledge, right? But if I read a comic book, I could retain it like this. I started noticing anything that I visually saw, I could attach the words to it and it stayed in there like it was nothing.
Mm.
I read so much when it came to comics that I was able to transfer that when it came to chapter books. What I was missing was the imagination. I was missing the ability to imagine um, without having to see pictures. Right? Comic books gave me that imagination, and when it did that, I became a monster. So anything that I read, I could just retain like that. It was just there. So instead of needing pictures to tie it all together, I could create my own. And then that's what made me into a writer and a creator.
I love it.
Okay. That with that said, let me share this tab instead. Click it.
And if the
Click
quality
it.
is not where it needs to be, it's because it's Instagram. But that's the only way I have to.
Yeah. I've given up on Instagram, not hoeing anything that is put on their websites. They are quite terrible. I don't understand how you can tell me where I am on a fucking map,
I will tell
but
you
you can't get
my
my pixels together. Like, stop.
But
I
that's
love
what that but
started.
that's what started me when I was a kid and I started going to comic shops. If you live in Texas, in DeSoto, there was a comic shop right next to the Dollar Movie Theater. That's what we call
Mm,
it. It's a Cinemark, but we call it the Dollar Movie Theater. And um, that movie theater had a comic shop in a CC's, and we used to go there and
mm.
read comics all the time, right?
Oh no,
And
we lost her.
yeah, and then when after that we started going to Traders Village to play like Yu-Gi-Oh and cards and stuff. And then I
Okay.
started going to Cosmic Comics. I've been going to Cosmic Comics since I was a little boy. Like I'm not kidding. I was there when they had tables to play card games. And now I'm there supporting as an influencer.
I feel that because my comic journey started when I was 9. My first comic ever that I got to hold on to, and I still have in this 4,000 comic collection behind me, is Black Panther #1.
Mm,
And that actually started my journey being a comic nerd and being bullied and everything else. And that I feel that because my uncle, when God bless him, whenever I got a good report card, he said, "We're gonna take $50. We're gonna go to the comic store. You can get whatever you want." And let me tell you, he created a monster after that. That's all I gotta say. Created a monster after that. And to this, even now, I do understand that love because once you dive into that first pages, it's hard to put it down until you finish the story.
yeah. And I think that's what I do now when it comes to these kids. So it's like every time I go to the shop, one of the things that I do that other comic book content creators do not do. I think there's only one other person that does what I do, but I know they're an anime, they're manga creator.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I actually walk into my local comic shops and I buy books for kids, and I do that on a consistent basis. Um, and what's
Love it.
crazy is when I went to New York the first time, it was like I think that's the one thing about New York. I want to go again, but I'm afraid if I go again, I might end up not coming back home. Um, because it was like you don't understand. Like I had people like choking the hell out of me. Like that's how hard it was hugging me, and I was loving every minute of it. Like I couldn't, like I was, and what's crazy is the people that I was with was like getting tired of it. It was like everywhere he goes, it's like everybody knows him. I don't know what it is. It's like he takes 2 steps, King Lion, King Lion. I was like,
Yeah.
even when we was on the train, no matter where we went, I was known. And people were just coming up. We love what you do for these kids. We love it. And again, these are people it was some people who would say they don't even like me, and they was like, I didn't know that you did all this for kids and stuff. I'm like, of course you didn't. You just don't like being debunked. So but the kids love it. They love watching y'all get debunked. So it is.
Oh Lord,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like for me, it was just like I wanted to. It's easy. It's easy to do this. This is easy. Grabbing a stack of comic books and saying, "Look at the stack that I bought this week," is easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. But what if these books went to kids? What if these books went to a child? Or what if you just bought a kid a box? Or what if you just bought them a trade? Like when I thought about that, I said, why isn't anybody doing it? You're always talking about creating a positive space. You're always talking about making this making comic books fun.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, cool. All that money that you spend on those comics for yourself, what if you put that back into the community? What if you bought that for some kids? Or even an adult?
But these same ones that complain about how much money they spend on comics and their budget is this, that, and the other. Yeah, because you're spending it on yourself. You know, I definitely piggyback off of you. After a while, you're going to slow down. So you're going to want that next generation to develop the same type of love that you have now. So nurture that. Start making it grow, helping it to build and add to it. But
I love that you said that because that's exactly how I thought about it. Because I was like, I know how to read these comics. I know where to get them. I know all of that. But he doesn't, or she doesn't, or they don't. So why don't I spread what I already have to them? And that's what I did. Like I just got through buying a box for a kid that I just met. So it's like I'll go up there and I'll be looking for some comics, and then I might see this kid. This kid may see me like, King Lion, like, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? And I always ask, like, where's your parents? They're over there. I say, hey, how you doing? I say, is it okay if I buy them some comics? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. And I love it. I'll sit and I'll just ask, what do you want? Whatever you want. Like I had one kid, I took out the video, and he was like, can I get some Legos? And I looked at him. I was like, you know what's funny? I have Lego money. Absolutely. What you want? I said, go get you some Legos. What you want? And nah, y'all, I'm being for real. I was like, I have Lego money. What you want? We're going to get you some comics. We're going to get you some boxes, get some posters. Whatever you want today, we're going to get it for you. And his little brother was like, me? I said, you too. What you want? Go grab it. And that's the part that makes me, that feels good. Like, because you make their day, and that's a memory that they'll never forget. Like, it's easy to get on Comic Talk and talk about comics. It's easy to buy comics for yourself. It's easier to make somebody's day. It's not harder. It's easier. It's much easier to make somebody's day.
And I'm glad you said that.
I feel those kids are going to grow. I hope this. I hope that with what everything the world is kind of leaning towards, I hope they can hold on to that feeling in that moment and want to pass it on to somebody else. Want to pass it on to maybe a kid in their high school, maybe when they're 30 or something. Be like, you know what? I haven't been to the comic book shop. Let me just drop off a load of some stuff for these kids now. And pay it forward. Well, see, you touch so many.
I want to piggyback off of what he said, and what it plays into what you said, because when kids express a desire or an interest in something, at that point the door is wide open. So you're going to want someone that will help nurture that and help that, and even just give them the first sense, this is yours. Do with it what you will. And like he said, that's a moment that will resonate with that child, and they will remember that. They will keep that comic or that Lego set for the rest of their days, because they now have been given license to love what they love without somebody making them feel bad for it.
You want to know what's crazy? I love that you said that, because every time I go to the shop, and I see my returning kids, I'm not kidding. I've had one of them knock me down, and all I heard was King Lion. I'm like, oh, and I ran into the wall. I was like, oh my God. What's up, man? You know, and they always ask to say, you want to hear what I'm reading this week? I say, yeah, after I, fix my leg because you broke it. But go ahead. What are you reading this week? And I'll just sit there. Sometimes I'll sit there and I'll be just listening to them, and I'll like, now tell me, what did you learn from it? Tell me about it. And so, well, I think this is what happened. I said, okay, so that's good. I think you're missing something. Okay, let me get the book real quick. So, okay, now what does this say? Okay, it says blah, blah. Okay, exactly. Now, when this says this, it means this. So now what actually happened?
Light bulb.
I got it. So Rogue can now, yes, she can now absorb powers without touching. See? The collar on her neck does what? It lowers her. No, it's an inhibitor, right? So it nerfs. Inhibitor collar. He goes, oh, like Deadpool. Yeah, like Deadpool. Cuts off the X gene. He goes, okay, like, and it's cool when they like, because when you help them along, like, then they get that understanding. That right there is just that's the most amazing part. Man. So it's like, and then I'm not kidding. It's like I always ask, "You want to get you some books today?" They go, "Again? Yeah, again. You want to get some books today?" Mom, he said he's gonna buy me some more books. He goes, let him do it. Let him do it. Go for it. And I'll say, and I never tell them to stop. I'll always sit there and say, just grab what you want. It says, are you sure? Grab what you want. It's fine. Grab whatever you want. And they'll grab it. They'll put it in. And I love it because they'll grab. They have these big old baskets. They'll say, all of this? Are you sure? Are you sure? Is your box full yet? It's getting close. Let's get you another. Go pick it up.
Oh my God.
Okay, cool. And I'll get it for him. And that's why when people ask me all the time, like, hey King, I don't see you talking about the amount of comics you bought this week. What I say, because I'm not buying them for me anymore. I buy them for them. So when you see this, when you see me only having this little itty bitty stack for the week, it's because I didn't buy myself comics. I was buying everybody else comics. I actually had somebody recently that tried to question me on that, and they was like, what did you do with the money that you made? I'm not. Hey, you can look it up. I swear to God, look it up. And he said, what did you do with the money that you made hundreds? Did you give it to charity? Where did it go? And I was like, oh, you want my finances? Sure. And I showed the actual finance list and where the money went. I said, well, as you can see, my money goes directly to my local comic shop. See what I'm saying? And these are the days about how much I spent every day, and each one of these is individual people. Isn't that crazy? And everybody was like, King, I don't think he wanted you to prove that. King. I don't think that was.
Yo, you would have broke me with saying, sure. I would have been weak in the back of the store. Like, somebody about to get red and this.
And when people saw how much, it was like some guys in the comments were doing the math. They was like, I think he spends almost $1,000 on comics, or like a little bit more than that. But yeah, absolutely on base. I give at least 900.
You can help him with the reading, but not the math.
I was like, I spent about 900 plus a month, putting it back into my local shops and back into the community.
I love it.
So I'm not kidding. Sometimes if I don't have nothing to do, if I've done all my stuff for the day, I'll tell her, I'm like, baby, unlock my card. You going shopping? Yeah, I'm going shopping. I'll be back. And I'll come back and go, how many kids did you buy comics?
I love it.
It was a good day. Because it feels real good when a kid, like most recently, I asked him, have you ever had a 1 in 10? He goes, no. So you don't know what a 1 in 10 is? He goes, no. So like this time, his dad bought the comics, I bought the box. And I said, okay, well, cool. Look. A 1 in 10 is every time a comic shop buys 10 of the same comic, they give them a 1 in 10. So every 10, they get one of these comics. Every 25, they get a 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 1. So these are rare to get and hard to get. I said, so since you're so young, this would be good for you to have. Like them learning that type of stuff is like that's just what I live for. That's what I live for. I enjoy it. It's the light of my day. It's literally just the light of my day.
This young man, let me tell you, when I tell you there is somebody that emulates what it means to be a comic fan and to pass it on, and some of these jokers who claim to be comic fans, you can be a fan, but you can also be an advocate. You can be a giver. You can be a teacher. You can be that. And what's funny is you mentioned that about the kids. I work in a game and comic store. I've been there for 16 years. And like you, I get kids that will actually bowl me over. Mr. Montel, oh my gosh, you grew and you got kids. Oh my, hi. So one young man came in. He used to be a troublemaker until I took him under my wing and we talked and he enjoyed comics. So every time he came in when he was younger, I would say, pick a comic, it's on me. Every day he would do that until he ended up moving out of the state. I hadn't seen him until he was in his 20s. And he comes in with these two little boys. And I said, these are yours? He says, yeah, I told him about you. And I said, hello. He said, you gave my dad a comic? I said, yeah, you want one too? They both looked at each other and went, yes. Yeah. So I looked over at my boss and said, carte blanche? He says, carte blanche. So I go over where our back issues are. And we get them in the long white boxes.
Yeah.
I said, you want one? He said, yeah. So I took one of the long white boxes. I looked at him and said, this is for him. How about you? His brother went, seriously? I said, yeah, you want one too? He said, yeah. I took the other long white box. I gave it back to him and said, if you need help taking them out to the box, these belong to them. You didn't have to do that. Remember that one comic a day?
Yep.
Says, yeah. You still have them? Yeah. Next generation.
There you
go. And now they get to say they have their own long boxes, which most casuals don't even have a half a box. Now they can be like, no, I got a long box at the house, and you're just sitting there like, oh, a long box. Look at you being fancy. Oh, okay. A long box. Ooh, okay. Wow. And as for the person in the comments that says, I wish I could do that for someone, it's easy. It's so easy. All you have to do is go to a shop and just say, hey, can I buy that comic? I see you got a stack, but can I buy that one for you? Oh yeah, sure. And it's easy. It's like asking, look, fellas, if you can buy a girl a drink, you can buy a kid a comic.
Come on, sir. Come on.
It's that easy. If you can buy a girl a drink, you can buy a kid a comic. It's beyond easy. It's the easiest thing that you could do in the world. It takes you zero effort.
Mr. Lion, can I steal that?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna steal. That's going on the shirt. What you talking about?
Yes, you can. Like I create phrases like it ain't nothing. If you can buy a girl a drink, you can buy a kid a comic. It's that simple. And guess what? The comic's gonna be cheaper.
Woo, Mufasa.
Because them drinks, good Lord, the comics is gonna just do your wallet a favor.
Come on.
Bro said, put that on a shirt. He
Come
said,
on.
put that on a shirt.
Facts, though.
Put it on for facts. Shit, that'll sell out at any local Comic-Con.
But I'm sorry for talking y'all ears off. Please go to your next segment.
No, baby,
First of all, I mean this respectfully. Shut up, sir. Okay.
Shut up. Keep going. Shut up.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You are spitting nothing but love and gospel and experience and teaching. That is what this is all about.
Well, hold on. Now you're messing up my rep because apparently I'm the devil. I need you to hold on now. Come on. When y'all talk about this encounter, I need to be saying I was mean.
Look,
okay, angry and yelling.
I ain't worried about the fake Mephistos out there. They'll be all right. The feeling it'll go away.
I like to think that I'm a fairly decent judge of character. You could be an asshole, but you could have a good soul. I don't think you're an asshole. You can try to have that shit if you want to. When I talked to you at Comic-Con, I didn't have any preconceived notion of how I was going to be received by what I needed to tell you, and that's a private conversation between me and you forever and ever, amen. But the fact that you took that information and you were like, oh, but kept it going, I was like, okay, all right. I hope I wasn't the asshole in that situation.
No, that's the thing. Like with me, look at me like you would look at a lion. As long as like we're good. Go ahead, give it a little pet. We're great. Once you start pulling fur and you try to ride my back, okay, hold on now. Hey, look,
it's about to go side.
If you start stumbling into my cage, you might get eaten. Like I don't know what this is not. You need to stay there. This is not. Don't do that. It's not.
No, absolutely. Like that, and that is exactly what I got from you on the internet and what I got from you in person, and it has not deviated.
The only thing about me is people don't like I live in and I hate that I'm quoting him right now, but I tell the truth, and I live in a world full of lies, and that's all it is. It's like what it is like you don't like the fact. You know what? I had somebody who we're friends now, right? But there, my boy Starscream, and I love Starscream to death. One of our first beefs, our first arguments, he was all like, "You think Ghost Rider can beat Spawn? Do you not know that Spawn beat God and Satan King Lion?" I was like, "You didn't read that book, did you?" I read it. I was like, "Sure."
No.
I said, "Cool." So when God and Satan whipped his ass, this is so you didn't he reread it. He was like,
Whoopsie.
oh shit. I said,
Yeah,
what
literally.
happens is this. Yeah, I said, what happens is this. A lot of you guys, you get your information from He Say, She Said, or some wiki, or Quora thread, or Reddit thread. You didn't read it. You just heard somebody say that, and you went with it. The difference between me and you is I actually read it. So I was there when it came out. So it's not the same. Like when I say something, I promise you can open that book, it'll be right there. And it's just simple. And then after that we became friends, and he started listening, he started reading more Spawn. He was like, dang, he's right. Oh my God. Oh crap. I even had one person ask me one time, it was like, King Lion. I said, yo, what's up, man? They said, how come on Black History Month I never hear you talk about Spawn? Like, Spawn's a black character. You know, so I think he deserves some appreciation. I said, he don't deserve nothing. He goes, wait, that don't make sense. But he's no, not all skin folk are kinfolk. I said, let me explain what I mean by that. Spawn is cool. When we were kids, we all saw the Spawn movie and we thought he was great, right? But that was not an accurate portrayal of what he was in the comics. The reason Spawn went to hell, and the reason why he is the way he is, Spawn used to beat his wife.
Yeah.
And not only did he used to beat his wife, it was one time in particular where she told him, Spawn, no, she said, Al, you can't leave and you can't keep doing this to me because I'm pregnant with your baby. And he goes, Wanda, you're pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant, Wanda. And he goes, oh my God, baby, come here. And Al Simmons is the first black person to create a plan A. We know what a plan B is. You know, women take that and there you go. Al is the creator of the plan A. And what that is he wrapped his arms around her and said, baby, I am so sorry about this. She goes, you gonna do right by me? I absolutely am. And he punched her in her stomach so hard. That baby not only died, but it actually went to hell. And Al Simmons had to meet that child. He was like, hey, Al.
Yeah, he did.
Isn't this the baby? Isn't this your baby? He was just like,
oh,
bro. Like, damn. So it's just that simple. It's like, but when you say that, it messes up people's perception of how they view a character, because they're like, damn, so he's a piece of shit. Exactly. Which is why the mother of creation kept him in those alleys, because after he saved and recreated all of humanity, he wanted to go back to Wanda, and she said, are you sure that's what you want? Because that's what I want. So she took his armor off, made him human, and let him go back. When he tried to touch that door, his soul left his body. And he goes, you said I could go back. I don't think you know why you can't go back, sweetheart. But let's listen. And when he heard that, he goes, there's no way I did that. And she's like, when you were in hell for so long, those memories were suppressed. You've forgotten what you were.
Yeah.
That's why you're so confused. But Al, I'm sorry. You deserve to be in them alleys. You deserve to be a hell spawn, and you deserve to be in hell, and you will be doing this until you prove yourself otherwise and earn the rights to be more than what you are. And that is why he is where he is. But 98% of the fandom doesn't know that, because 98% of the fandom has never read those books. That's like, what's it called? I got a homeboy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he said, you know what we need for black representation? We need an Icon movie, because that's black representation. I was like, Icon is a blue, black-eyed alien who fell to Earth and wore blackface to camouflage himself to be safe.
Thank you for saying that.
Icon's not black? No. He's a big, bluff, blue alien that fell to Earth during slavery times. And so that he could keep himself safe, his ship scanned for the only living life form that was around was a black slave woman. She then took him as a baby and raised him. So he was raised around slaves. Now, what if he had scanned a white man? none of y'all would have ever been gone. Like, bro, stay away. Icon's not black. No, Icon is a big read. Icon issue number 1. Icon is a big blue buff, black-eyed alien. He is not one of us. He is not one of us.
Yo,
he was raised with our experiences, but he was a grown, big, buff, blue, black-eyed alien. Did blackface. Now you gonna have people sitting here. They minds are messed up now. Like, wait a minute.
Case in point.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Wait a minute.
No, they weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for it.
And that's why when you tell them, that's like Static Shock was in the white girls in the comics. Like, he wasn't in the black. Like, the show had y'all. The show made y'all think Static liked black women. No, in the comics he liked white girls.
Yeah, the girl that he liked was a white girl.
She was white. He liked white. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of people don't read this stuff. So it's like when you tell them this, they look at you. Hell, Lois Lane did blackface.
That has been covered.
Yeah, she got into a Kryptonian machine because she wanted the black experience. So she asked Clark to turn her into a black woman. Like, it's so much that y'all don't know about these characters. And it's like when you tell people, it messes. They just like,
yeah, it's what
and I'm sad. I gotta be the uncle that tells y'all Santa's Santa's not real. I'm sorry, boo boo. So I'm sorry. Mama should have told you.
It's you know what, I will say this because I know I can't read every goddamn thing. So shit, you telling me, I'm like, well, yeah, you know what? That tracks because everything I ain't never seen him with nobody, and if I was gonna see him with anybody, I guess you know what
that's why the show was better because the show made you look at Miles. I mean, not Miles, but made you look at Virgil in a way that that's not how he was portrayed in the. He was picked on by black kids and white kids. Like he moved. Like the sole reason why he moved to the area he moved in is so he wouldn't get picked on. But he said, "You letting the white boys beat your ass too?" And his mama was an asshole. His mama was not the loving person that we thought she was in the show. Because in the show, that was like, "Oh my God, bro, your mom is amazing." All this, no. In the comics, like he was getting it from everybody. But then you also have to look at how it was written in those times, right? Which is still messed up, but you know, let me stop because I'm gonna have some pitchforks. So you mentioned that my life, Keelan.
No,
don't worry.
No.
You inside the safety of the gates of the room, so you ain't gotta worry about that.
If y'all got anything to fucking say, please shut the fuck up.
But now it's like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like there are some great black characters out there, but I think everybody needs to take a step back and you need to read because not everything I feed you is good for you.
And not even that. Me personally, I can't fucking read every goddamn thing. So honest, I'm gonna take your word for it. But also, let me go find a book and make sure that's what you should be doing for anybody that says anything out here on these goddamn internets. Not, everybody cannot have the facts dead straight in front of them. I would rather have the book in front of me
exactly.
Say, and I quote from Spider-Man issue 2-3 variant number fucking 4. Yeah, no, I fuck. Oh God, he had.
I can't wait.
He had cornrows.
I can't wait because as she does this, I can't wait. She gonna be opening them books and she gonna be like, this motherfucker right here, man. She gonna get to the next one. He ain't never coming on my podcast. Hell, he killing dreams and childhoods.
Whatever.
No. First thing, to a fault, I love the truth. Tell me, give me the facts, tell it straight. So because I'm gonna go and look at that shit myself. Again, I can't take everything that you. Well, also, I like to read. I can't take everything that you say at face value, but I trust what you say because of how many niggas out here. Pardon me. How many motherfuckers out here are like, oh, but wait.
She and I have had discussions about comics, and half the time I'll tell her something. She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I don't try. Maybe you are here because why? I don't know every fucking thing. I got short boxes I'm proud of. I got a little bit of shorts right over here. But you are my light in the fucking dark, my guy. Like I can't I'm enjoying the journey that I'm on. I am glad that I am learning what I am learning. So I can at least say, from this point forward, I have the knowledge. But all that shit back there is a little rough. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's why I have the reputation I have, because like if I say something, you can go back and look it up. And I always tell people, like, I love it. Like I'll say something, and I love when I see. I hate you. Oh yeah, you didn't you? How does that feel though? Like, man, just shut up, bro. Like, I'm just saying, you were so confident, and it feels good, right? Like, man, shut up. Like, just don't tell me nothing else. I'm like, hey, man, look, who's your favorite DC character? Hal Jordan. Did he watch? Did he watch? Yeah, did he? What? What are you talking? What? I'm like, yeah. Like, so it's just that simple. So it's like when I say something, that's why like cause one guy asked before, I didn't have to say to everybody else. He's like, why do y'all pay him for information? Like, cause he has the information. Like if I pay him for something, I say, hey, tell me this, he gonna have it in abundance. He gonna have it. Like, he gonna have it. He gonna tell me where the book came from. I'm not gonna get a headcanon. He gonna say, no, this happened X, Y, and Z right here. That's what he's gonna do. He gonna get that right here. Right here.
It's crazy when people, like you said, people will get their information secondhand without even checking out the primary source, and then they want to get into a debate with you about it. But like, it was funny because you mentioned about Virgil and his mom. Well, I had a debate with someone about Blood Syndicate, and someone said it'd be a great. I said, do you realize every single member of that gang were two different gangs at once, but the big the bang brought them together, and they still didn't get along all that great, and they all had problems. Every last one of them had an addiction or a mental issue or something along those lines, and they were thrust into an arena. They're going to be a hero. No, they're not heroes. They're gang members. They're from the streets. What are y'all doing? This movie would what?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, everything I put on your plate's not good for you. So you need to understand, like, you don't need to be eating that. Like, that's not a meal that you need to be trying to digest or put in your system. Let that go. Some things you got to be okay with just letting go, and it's just that simple. And I think, like for instance, I used to think, I think having a Vixen movie would be great, but then when you look at Vixen, like, most of her issues is cultural. Like, your own family going after you, baby. Like, this is not like you want to make black stories. You need, like, Miles Morales is a great black story to make it to film. It's a great because it doesn't have all those problematic aspects. It has some of them, right? Like his uncle, he's a thief. Yeah. Right? But that's his uncle. We can deal with that. We've all had stuff like that, right? But like, you want to make sure what you put down to the world, what your kids are looking at, is something that they can eat and make them look forward to who they are. I think that's why Black Panther was such a great film, because it didn't just teach us how great we were. It showed the world how cool. You had other cultures that didn't even experience us in a good way, because most of the things they saw from us was rap, hip hop, gangster this, gangster that. When they saw Black Panther, Wakanda, it made them look at us in a way that was positive. So that's what you need. Like, I'm not saying you got to act like white people, but I'm saying, like, there's a reason their movies are the way that they are. There's a reason they make their stuff the way that they do. And I'm saying, like, you need to be getting on that program, because you need to start producing Black cinematic movies or cartoons or media, period, that shows you in the way that you want the world to see you, and not such a negative. We have more negative than we have positive.
And I think that ultimately all that we as a culture and as a people are asking for is range. We can be the villain, but we can also be the hero, or we can be in a gray area. We can have the love interest. We can be on a trail of. We can be John Wick. You know what I mean? It can be over a dog. It could be over a cat, whatever, a fucking kangaroo, whatever. But we're not confined into just being the bad guy or the caricature or the side character in the main story.
Oh, the comic relief.
Oh, right. I think that's all.
But I think that's why I like Blackish so much. Like, when Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came out, I couldn't watch that. I just couldn't watch it. Like, this is not what we need. And I see Blackish, I'm like, this is why we need this. Do this. What this is, keep doing. Look, the cat came in right in. I heard Blackish.
That was perfect timing.
I heard a good TV show we talked about. So,
it's like,
so that's what we need. We need things like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I know Bill Cosby did what he did, but we need more shows like that. We need more shows like Living Color. We need more shows like we had remember Channel 21?
Yes.
Remember all those shows that have the Bernie Mac show, except we
Yes.
need shows like that.
I think it was UPN up here.
Yeah, so it was
UPN
20. We had 21, too. Channel 27, Channel 33. See, the sad part, that's how you know I'm a 90s baby, and I remember that. I'm like 21, 27.
It's
a celebration going on there. It's like,
we had Twitch. We need more shows and movies like that make us look in a way that people don't look at us negatively, because sadly enough, the media that people digest, they use that as a way to educate them. So if all you know is pain and suffering and just the worst with us, you won't know anything else, because we don't show you anything else. But when it comes to other cultures, they get to ride dragons, they get to rule castles and kingdoms. They get to do all these cool things and
worldwide journeys.
Yeah, y'all is Maury 2.0. Actually, some of those movies got Maury in it. Byron. Got it. Oh, shit. That's what I'm saying. Stab. Like, some of them movies got Maury in it. You're just like, okay.
See, you know what? I don't know. You're in the state of Texas.
Yes.
If I ever come to Texas, sir, you and the missus got dinner on me, because I want to be there at the table for that discussion. This you have earned my respect more so than you did before, because you were already up there.
Yeah, you've always been on this time. That's not. You've never been quiet about that.
No, Jafar, you can't.
At all. No, you can't get a plate. Get your own plate.
He's trying to take food. That's not how this works, homie.
You gotta put in on me, homie. What you mean? I want to show your comic. I want to show your comic. I'm gonna get into this because let's go. All right, baby.